The Sinnoh region was introduced to the world of Pokemon with the release of Diamond and Pearl, and we will be revisiting the Sinnoh region soon with the release of Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl in November, as well as Legends Arceus in January. The Sinnoh region has a lot of deep lore and stories behind it, and today we're going to talk about some of the weird or useless facts about the Sinnoh, or maybe its Hisui, region. If you want to learn other things, however, like web design, how to cook, or just about anything else you can think of, that is where today's sponsor Skillshare comes into play. Skillshare is an online learning community where you can learn new skills like how to edit videos, and just about anything else you want to explore. I took a great class on Skillshare recently by MKBHD, a YouTuber I've been watching for years now, called YouTube Success Script, Shoot, and Edit, where I learned more about scripting, editing, and camera work. This helped me a lot with some of my recent videos, and even if you're a beginner on YouTube or just curious about starting a YouTube channel or even just editing videos, this is a great experience for you to try on Skillshare as well. You can even try one of Skillshare's live classes, where you can experience real-time inspiration as you connect with teachers while watching and learning with other Skillshare members. If you want to check out Skillshare, then use my link in the description. The first 1,000 people who use that link will get a free 1-month trial of Skillshare so you can explore your creativity today. Junichi Masuda has said that the name for Sinnoh denotes mysterious and could be a reference to the many myths and stories that lie within the Sinnoh region. One of these mysteries we have about Sinnoh, especially right now, relates to the origins of Hisui and why it was later renamed to be Sinnoh. This is the only current known instance of a region in Pokemon being renamed like this, and despite the fact that there is a huge library in the Sinnoh region that details some of its lore and myths, Hisui was never mentioned in the games and wasn't mentioned at all until very recently, and this will hopefully be cleared up more with the release of Pokemon Legends Arceus in January. It's also worth noting that Hisui comes from a Japanese word that translates to arcane, which is synonymous with mysterious, which also relates to Sinnoh, which is supposed to come from the word mysterious. Sinnoh is said to be located north of Johto, Kanto, and Hoenn, hence the colder climate. All 4 of these regions were based off of different parts of Japan, with Sinnoh being based off the northernmost part of Japan known as Hokkaido, as well as even part of a small Russian island known as Sakhalin, I'm probably butchering that pronunciation, and another island known as Kunashir, which Japan and Russia have had disputes over which country actually owns the land for many years now. The part of Sinnoh that is based off of these Russian islands is the Battle Zone. This means that although Sinnoh isn't entirely based off of Russia, this is the closest thing we have as of now to a Russian-inspired region in Pokemon. In Platinum version, Jubilife City is the most populated region in Sinnoh with a population of 124. In Diamond and Pearl, however, the population of Jubilife is only 87, making it the second most populated city in those games behind Hearthome City with a population of 91. Hearthome is so big even and populated in Platinum version that the game can easily lag here, especially when you first exit a building. If you're curious about the entire population of Sinnoh though, it's 704 in Diamond and Pearl, and then 755 in Platinum. There is an unused map location near the Poketch Company building in Jubilife City that suggests that there were once plans to have a gym in Jubilife City at one point. It's unknown as to where this gym was moved to or when it was scrapped in development, since it's unusual for a highly populated city like Jubilife City to not have a gym in a Pokemon game. The Sinnoh region is known for its energy production and natural resources, which are detailed by the Oreburgh mine, which exports energy across the Sinnoh region. The vents found around Oreburgh are to provide ventilation for these mines, and the name Oreburgh could be referenced to Pittsburgh in Pennsylvania, which is known for its steel mines. Some other sources of energy in Sinnoh come from the Valley Windworks near Floroma Town and the solar panels in Sunyshore City. This is quite the contrast to a region like Galar, which relies on unstable Dynamax power to provide energy to the region, and I think it's interesting how we are revisiting Sinnoh in the same generation as Galar, and both of these regions have some sort of focus on energy production and resources. In Pokemon Ranger, you can obtain a Manaphy egg that can be transferred into Diamond and Pearl. When you try to transfer the egg from Ranger, Professor Hastings will say that you are sending it somewhere far away, suggesting that the Fior region in Pokemon Ranger is very far away from the Sinnoh region. This not only complicates Pokemon geography a bit, and also begs the question of how did a Manaphy egg even get to Fior when Manaphy is a Sinnoh Pokemon? In English, Sinnoh has 6 letters while every other region up until now, including Hisui, only has 5 letters in it. According to Pokemon Mythology, Sinnoh was the very first region created by Arceus after it hatched from an egg and created Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina. Arceus later created the Lake Trio known as Uxie, Azelf, and Mesprit, making Arceus the master of 2 different legendary Pokemon trios and the only Pokemon to do so. There was also a scrapped Arceus event in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl that would have explained a bit more about Arceus' lore in the games. The event is based around an unreleased item known as the Azure Flute, which can be used on top of the Spear Pillar. This will then summon an Arceus, which you can then catch. In a later interview with Junichi Masuda, he said that the event was scrapped because they thought it might be too confusing for players to use, so instead they just distributed Arceus through a regular Wi-Fi event. Generation 4 had a few other events like this though that would require some sort of side mission in order to catch a legendary Pokemon, so I don't know why they decided to scrap this Arceus event, and then have other events that were pretty similar but weren't deemed too complicated. Celestic Town is known for being the home of Cynthia's family, especially her grandmother, but it's also the home to the Kalos Elite Four member Drasna's grandparents too. This is the only town in Sinnoh that doesn't have a television in it too. In the gate to enter Conolave City, there is a guard who says, "Boy, am I thirsty," which is a throwback to the thirsty Generation 1 guards who only let you pass by if you gave them a drink. On the topic of Conolave City, in German it's known as Fleetburg. I just thought that sounded pretty funny and a little bit punny even, because fleet would refer to ships of course that come in and out of the city, and then a lot of German cities have Berg at the end of it, which is a reference to old castles in Germany. The geography of Sinnoh resembles the geography of Kanto and Johto in a few surprising ways. First, Kanto and Johto are split by a large mountain known as Mount Silver, with each region having noticeable differences, while Sinnoh is separated by Mount Coronet, with the east and west side having some noticeable differences as well, like different Shellos forms. The western half of Sinnoh also has more unique landscapes with areas like Oreburg City, Conolave City, and Jubilife City, while the eastern half of Sinnoh is more developed with bigger cities like Hearthome City, Veilstone City, and bigger buildings like the Lighthouse, Great Marsh, and Department Store. This also results in Sinnoh having a very diverse climate, especially compared to other regions like Hoenn, the region that came before it, which is mostly a warm and tropical climate. One of the more peculiar aspects of the Sinnoh region has to be the Distortion world. I really wonder if we'll see this area in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, or perhaps even Legends Arceus, as this area was exclusive to Platinum version and focuses on the legendary Pokemon Giratina. In Pokemon lore, it's theorized that Giratina created this world as a balance for the real world. I still feel like there's a lot more they can do with the Distortion world though, and maybe they will expand upon it in the future, because although it was pretty cool in Platinum, it was pretty barren and kind of pointless looking back now. And those are just some weird facts about the Sinnoh region. With the new games coming out, I thought it would be fun to look at this, especially since Sinnoh is my personal favorite region in Pokemon. I plan to revisit this type of video with Hisui when Legends Arceus comes out later in January, and if you want to see more videos like this, then make sure to subscribe with notifications turned on so you don't miss them, and also consider leaving a like on this video if you want to support the channel and help the channel grow. I have a playlist that I'll link down below too with a lot of weird or useless Pokemon facts if you want to check those out. With all of that out of the way, I want to thank you all so much for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day. I will see you all next time, and bye bye.